Hi, I'm Enzi and welcome to You Wanna Play Pathfinder, the show where we figure out how to play as your favorite characters from fiction with as little homebrew as possible. Today we're building the protagonist of the Legend of Zelda series and a legendary adventurer, Link. Be sure to stick around to the end of the video where I have a correction for my Mario build that I did last time. Now the first step of any Pathfinder character build is to nail down the concept, but while I'm doing that, go ahead and like this video and subscribe to my channel so you can see what other fictional characters you can build in my favorite TTRPG. Now that you've done that, let's get Link's concept settled. Link is well known for his ability to use any item he gets his hands on, be that gardening tools, automatic grappling hooks, magical bags of air, divine glyphs of power. He's also a combat powerhouse, able to take out almost any enemy dumb enough to challenge him in one-on-one combat. Against any creature he can't outright defeat, he's observant enough to find a different way around it. Next we go through our ABCs of character creation. A is for ancestry. Hylians don't seem to live for hundreds of years like elves do, but they do have pointed ears, so we'll go with human as his ancestry and half-elf as his heritage. For this you get a base HP of 8, you're a medium size, and you have a base speed of 25. You get 2 free ability boosts, which we'll put in strength and dexterity. We also gain access to the ancestry feat Otherworldly Magic. This gives us 1 cantrip, and for this I chose Time Sense. This allows you to know what time it is at all times and get a +1 bonus to attack rolls, perception checks, and saving throws that require precise timing. B is for background. Link is the consistently reincarnated spirit of a warrior who saves the world over and over again due to a divine war waged since the beginning of civilization. I think this makes him a chosen one. For Link's ability boosts given to him here, we'll choose Intelligence and Strength. Link's lore proficiency that comes with it is fortune-telling lore, to help him solve the mysterious riddles given to him by his destiny. This background doesn't have a feat, but instead a free action. Prophecy's Pawn allows you to re-roll a failed saving throw, attack roll, or skill check. The stipulation being that the GM can then, at any point within 24 hours, force you to re-roll a successful roll to balance the scales. C is for class, and surprising very few from that concept, we're building Link as a fighter. We'll choose Dexterity as our class ability, and Athletics as our class skill. Our first class feat is going to be Combat Assessment, giving you a chance to roll a recall knowledge about your target on a hit with a +2 bonus on a critical. All fighters get the reaction Attack of Opportunity, allowing you to spend your reaction to attack a creature within your melee range if they use a move action or manipulate action, make a long range attack, or leaves a square during a move action it's using. If you critical hit while they're using a manipulate action, you can stop them. Fighters also get the shield block reaction, which allows you to reduce incoming damage by your shield's hardness, and both you and the shield take the remaining damage. Now we choose our last 4 ability boosts. Choose Strength, Dexterity, Intelligence, and Wisdom. For skill proficiencies, we're going to choose Acrobatics, Arcana, Athletics, Nature, Occultism, Religion, and Survival. Speaking of proficiencies, at level 1, Link is an expert in Perception, Fortitude saves, and Reflex saves, and is trained in Will saves. He's also an expert in unarmed attacks, simple weapons, and martial weapons. He's trained in advanced weapons and all forms of armor. Link is already insanely strong, hitting harder and more often with weapons than any other class. He's also proficient with all the magical knowledge skills, Arcana, Nature, Occultism, and Religion, to help with more esoteric puzzles. Let's go ahead and build him up to see how much stronger he can be. At level 2, take the class feat Aggressive Block. If you use the shield block reaction, you can then use this free action to automatically, with no save, either shove a creature 5 feet in whatever direction you choose, or it must become flat-footed until the end of your next turn. We'll also get the skill feat Assurance and Athletics. This allows you to, instead of rolling an athletics check, you can just use 10 plus your proficiency bonus. At level 3, we're going to get trained in stealth, and then we're going to take a general feat. Select Trick Magic Item. This allows you to roll a check and use a magical item that only a spellcaster would normally be able to use. All fighters get Bravery, which makes you an expert in will saves, and you get a critical success on Frightened instead of a regular success. At level 4, take the class feat Flip. This is a reaction that'll let you add 2 to your AC, or Step if you were still hit. The skill feat this level will be Dubious Knowledge. If you fail a recall knowledge check, you still get a true piece of information, but you also get a false one. At level 5, we get another skill increase to become an expert in athletics. We're also going to get ability boosts. Choose Strength, Dexterity, Constitution, and Wisdom. The ancestry feat we're going to choose is going to be Clever Improviser. If you're untrained in something, add half of your level until you're level 7. Then you can just add your full level. All fighters get weapon mastery in a single group, and for Link we're going to choose Sword, which gives him a critical specialization with the sword. If you crit, they are flat-footed until the start of your next turn. At level 6, take the class feat Swipe. This is 2 actions that, with 1 attack, allows you to target 2 enemies. And if you're using a sword with the Sweep trait, you get bonuses to this. Our skill feat will be Oddity Identification. You get a +2 to identify items with the Mental, Possession, Prediction, or Scry traits. Now at level 7, we get another skill increase to allow us to become a master in athletics. The general feat we're going to choose is Prescient Planner. This allows you to spend gold even mid-dungeon to buy a needed item as if you had it all along. All fighters get Battle Surveyor, which is a +2 to Perception Initiative checks, and Weapon Specialization. This is +2 to damage that you're an expert with, 3 for Master, and 4 for Legendary. At level 8, our class feat is going to be Mobile Shot Stance. With 1 action, you can drop into a stance where ranged attacks don't proc an attack of opportunity, and you can now use ranged attacks with attack of opportunity on creatures 5 feet away from you. Your skill feat is going to be Rapid Mantle. You can now stand up much quicker from a ledge and use athletics instead of reflex to grab a ledge. At level 9, we get another skill increase. Become an expert in religion so that you can use all of those divine fonts the gods are going to be giving you. Your ancestry feat will be Inspire Imitation. With a critical skill check, you automatically aid others without spending an action. All fighters get Combat Flexibility, which allows you to prepare a new fighter feat of 8th level or lower every day for your daily preparations. For the sake of the build here, we're going to choose Felling Strike to make flying creatures fall to the ground. You also get Juggernaut, which makes you a master in Fortitude saves, and you get a critical success instead of a success on those saves. At level 10, we get more ability boosts. Choose Strength, Dexterity, Intelligence, and Wisdom. Because we raised our intelligence, we can now get trained in a new skill, so choose Society. Our class feat is going to be Mirror Shield, which means if a spell attack crit fails, we can reflect it back with a ranged attack. Our skill feat will be Assured Identification. If you crit fail to ID something, you just fail instead, and if you miss ID a cursed item, you roll a success and just don't know what it is. At level 11, we get another skill increase, so become an expert in survival. The general feat we choose is going to be Thorough Search, meaning if you search, it takes you twice as long, but you get a +2 bonus. This is mostly for exploration mode, but it has its uses. All fighters get Armor Expertise, which makes you an expert in all armors, but you also get Armor Specialization for medium and heavy types. You also get Fighter Expertise, which makes your Fighter DC Expert. At level 12, take the class feat Debilitating Shot. With 2 actions, you can make a shot that if it hits and deals damage, the enemy is slowed 1 until the end of their next turn. We're also going to take the skill feat Quick Climb. This allows you to climb 5 more feet on a successful or 10 more feet on a critically successful climb check. And if you're a legend in athletics, you just get a climb speed equal to your land speed. At level 13, we get another skill increase, Become an Expert in Acrobatics. For our ancestry feat, we're going to take Bounce Back. Once per day, you don't increase your wounded condition due to the dying condition. And all fighters become Weapon Legends. With simple and martial weapons, you become a master, and you become an expert in advanced weapons. But you become legendarily proficient in one group, and that group is swords. At level 14, take the class feat Whirlwind Strike. With 3 actions, you can take a melee strike against all enemies within your range with the same multiple attack penalty. Our skill feat is going to be Quick Swim. Much like Quick Climb, you can move 5 more feet on a success, 10 more feet on a critical success, and once you become a legend in athletics, you just get a swim speed equal to your movement speed. At level 15, speaking of, we increase our athletic skill to Legendary. We also get more ability boosts, put them in Strength, Constitution, Intelligence, and Wisdom. Since we increased our Intelligence modifier, we get a new skill proficiency. Choose Crafting for this one. Our general feat this time will be Keen Follower. If you follow the expert, you get a +3 or 4 if the expert or master. All fighters get Evasion, making you a master in reflex saves, and if you get a success, you just get a critical instead. You also get Greater Weapon Specialization. You add 4 damage for weapons you're an expert in, 6 damage for master, and 8 damage for legendary. Fighters also get Improved Flexibility, letting you be able to prepare a feat up to 14th level for your combat flexibility. This time I would pick the Desperate Finisher feat. It's a good feat for harrowing big stakes fights. At level 16, take the class feat Determination. Once per day, you can end a condition on you or counteract the spell effect with a will save. unless it's a disease or a condition like flanking or something. Our skill feat will be Slippery Prey. There's no multiple attack penalty on escape checks if you're legendary. And as it turns out, Link is legendary in athletics checks. At level 17, we're going to get another skill increase and become an expert in Arcana. Our ancestry feat will be Heroic Presence. For only one action once per day, up to 10 willing creatures within 30 feet are affected by a 6th level Zealous Conviction spell. This gives each target 12 temporary hit points and a +2 status bonus to will saves against mental effects. All fighters get Armor Mastery, which raises your proficiency with your armor up to Master. Coming up on the end, at level 18, you get the class feat Savage Critical. This allows you to raise your level of success on a 19 and 20 with legendarily proficient weapons. Our skill feat will be Powerful Leap. You get the coveted 5-foot vertical leap and you increase your horizontal jump by 5 feet. At level 19, we get a skill increase, so become a master in religion. Our general feat will be Incredible Scout, giving the party a +2 initiative by scouting instead of 1. At this point, all fighters become versatile legends. They become legendary in simple, martial, and unarmed weapons, master in advanced weapons, and master in your class DC. And finally, level 20. We choose our ability boosts, strength, dexterity, constitution, and intelligence. Our class feat will be Weapon Supremacy. We are permanently quickened, as long as we use that 4th action that we get to strike. And for our final skill feat, I felt it would be appropriate for Link to finally get Divine Retribution from the Gods. Get Battle Prayer. For one action with a religion check versus will DC, you can do damage using your religion skill. On a crit, you do 2d6 damage, on a success, you do 1d6, and on a critical fail, you can't do it again for another 10 minutes. Alright, let's take a look at our build. Now, Pathfinder is a game built around magical items, but since this show doesn't really focus on that aspect, we're just looking at an unarmored Link with a normal longsword and a wooden shield. Now, he has 268 HP, a 41 AC, 43 with the shield raised, 29 Fortitude save, 31 Reflex, and 28 Will save. As far as utility, Link is a pretty terrifying enemy and one of the most useful members of the party. He's utterly useless in a social setting, but once you're out in the field, Link can help you survive and figure out most magical questions you may have about the loot you find. And with good reason, Link is hard to kill and knowledgeable about the world around him. Just don't let him take the lead in any diplomatic missions. And that is a Link. Now, last time on You Wanna Play Pathfinder, I gave Mario the monastic weaponry feat and decided that meant that he could become proficient with the Maul weapon. That is unfortunately not the case. Mauls are martial weapons, not monk weapons, as they don't have the monk trait. There are other good options for weapons to do bludgeoning damage with, like the bow staff, the monkey's fist, or the classic nunchaku, but the Maul isn't on that list, so a D12 is still out of your reach. However, if your GM allows the Maul to have the monk feat, you're good to go. Just know you may have to remix your Mario for Pathfinder Society. Thank you once again for watching. Please hit the like button under the video, subscribe, hit the bell so that you can get notifications when I upload again. It won't be super often. I swear not to spam your notifications, but you know, go ahead and ring the bell so you can get them. Check out my Mario and Sonic builds, both a couple of other warrior members of the Smash Bros roster. Interestingly enough, both monks, neither one of them fighters. But yeah, until next time, the next build we're gonna have is Kimberly from Street Fighter 6. Look forward to that. Until then, bye.